So we are live again. Hello and welcome back to Spruecast, our Sunday night podcast. Hope you've had a good week and you're enjoying whatever you're doing at the moment. It's a bit of an odd mix this week. Gil's unable to join us. I'm afraid he's not feeling very well. So we're going to carry on. I've had I've been ill all week as well, so really sort of chucked this together at the last minute.
Bit hit and miss.
Sorry?
A bit hit and miss.
Yeah. So I didn't really want to not do anything. So I'll be honest, we're winging it. This week we're winging it. Well, we're not entirely winging it because Gordon's got a couple of things planned, and not Archie. I'm thinking about the bloody
Josh.
Josh has got an announcement he's going to make about next week's show. So we're not entirely stupid. Well, they're not. I am. But there you go. So, with that said, let's go and have a look at what we've been doing this week. And who wants to go first?
Well, put me up then, Mark.
So, Gordon's going to go first. There we go. You're up.
All right. This week I've been doing some more on this. And I finally got it all the seams dealt with, all the joins dealt with. I've got the fuselage into primer now, and managed to put the extended wingtips on.
It's much bigger than I thought.
I'll tell you what, Mark. When the box came and I opened it, I thought, bloody hell, this is a big aircraft.
Yeah, because it's a drone. So I knew the wings were quite wide, but I didn't expect the fuselage to be as big as it was.
It's humongous.
It is for a drone. It's almost, it's got to be bigger than some fully sort of manned flights.
Well, I've got the 48 scale U2 there, right? And the wingspan on this is bigger than that, right? But I've got all the joints dealt with and stuff. Got it all into primer. I've just got to put the tail on and deal with that. Then I can start painting it, because the top, I think the top of the wings are white, and the fuselage is dark grey, and underneath is dark grey. So it's.
So how are they powered, these drones?
Jet engine sits on top.
It's a jet engine, and does it take off the same as a jet plane, or is it launched from?
It takes off the same as a normal aircraft does, Mark, but it's just remote control. It's got put the wings back on again. You'll see.
I know. I've seen them. They sit in a room, don't they? They've got a bank of monitors in front of them.
Yeah, it's basically got tricycle undercarriage.
Yeah,
and stuff, but it's just controlled from a dark room, so to speak.
Yeah, and the best of it is, I just found this out this week, that apparently them drones, they use an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
To fly them. I thought that was incredible, that you've got military assets that are flying around Afghanistan or wherever, and they've got a $39 controller that's running it. It's just brilliant.
Yeah. But, it's all in primer. Someone says I've just got to put the tails on, and that's that done. I've had one or two kits appear. The F100
Right.
Super Sabre.
Yeah.
Going to do that in natural metal finish, so that's going to be fun.
Are you going to use Molotov for that?
No.
Molotov. Sorry.
Now I'm going to use a mix of Alclad and AK True Metals.
Can I ask why you're going down that route, given the massive success you had with the Molotov on your NASA project? I mean,
On the command
amazing.
module. The
Sorry.
reason I'm going to go down that route is because once the kit's together and I've sprayed it with the Molotov, I've got to leave it alone for a couple of months to harden off.
Oh, is it really? Does it really take that long before it?
To make sure it's fully cured and it's hard and it's handleable. Yeah, because it's like when I did that command module, right? I sprayed it, showed it you guys, and then I put it up there on that top shelf, and I've not touched it since because I just want it to harden off and be handleable. So
I can appreciate that because I've fell foul of I've had a great finish and I've used something and I've left it for a week and thought that was enough, and I've gone and started modeling with it, and as the model's heated up in my hands, you feel the tacky, you feel it going tacky, and the next thing you know, you've got fingerprints all over it. So I can appreciate that. Yeah. I understand now what you mean.
Yeah, well, this is it. It's like when I do that because we're going to be doing the buddy build, the lightnings and stuff, right? So the Super Sabre is going to be a bit of a dry run. So prime it, get it all ready, give it a nice coat of gloss black, then leave it for a week to fully cure, fully harden before I start putting the metals on. So it's a long process because it's going to take about a week to build the kit, right? And then once you've primed it and you've got it in gloss, leave it for a week to fully harden. Then you put your first base coat down, and you've got to really leave that for a week to harden before you can start picking out different panels.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try mixing some of the Alclads with some of the AK True Metals, like real metals, whatever they are, and stuff. But I've got that. And at long last, this has been on order for some time. I've managed to get my farewell tornado.
Oh wow! I Revel. I love Revel. People out there are going to be going, "Oh, Revel." I love Revel.
Gordon, I'm not going to lie. I want to see that as a review next week.
That's a big kit.
Or maybe not next week, week after.
Yeah, well,
that's supposed to be a good kit.
I've got this boxing. I've got the standard GR4 boxing, and I've got 4 Desert Babes, which are the GR1 version of the same kit. But it's not even been opened. So we've got a couple of airliners to have a look at this week, but this is on the list for doing a bit of a review of. So watch this space.
I have I've built Revel's GR4, one of their first ones though.
Yeah.
And
I fancied something nice and simple, a nice little quick build.
The Hawk gun,
yeah, quick and easy,
yeah, nice little quick build, right? Method in my madness with this one because building it straight from the box, no aftermarket, just to see how it goes together.
Yeah,
and I'm going to be painting it all black, gloss black.
All right, gloss black.
Yeah, it will be the F6 of Treble 1 Squadron, the Black Arrows aerobatic team before the Red Arrows.
That is for people that maybe are just for people that are just starting out in modelling. I would say that black is no easy task.
Oh no!
it's probably one of the more difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right doing a gloss black on a car and getting it really shiny.
Yeah.
Looks okay on a car, but you do a really, really shiny gloss black aircraft and it looks like a toy.
Yeah, you've got to get it right.
Yeah, so I've got one or two ideas that are a bit out of the norm for turning it into a scale gloss black. But
yeah, I would want to do it.
First of all, it'll end up really, really shiny like glass.
Yeah.
Then I can tone it back with wet sanding it with some wet and dry to knock the shine off. But
yeah,
that's what I've been working on, and that's what I've picked up this week.
Is there any news of Vulcans yet? I'm waiting for the Vulcans.
From what I've managed to wangle here through the grapevine, it should be sometime this year. They are hoping for November.
Really?
Because apparently the original plan was to try and get them out for Telford.
Yeah, well, that ain't going to happen.
Right.
Telford's not.
And because Telford's gone, and with everything that's cracking off, it's put a lot of their production slots back by a fair few months.
Yeah.
Because they should have been re-releasing the beginning of the year. It was the Javelin that they were going to be re-releasing. And August time, they were going to be re-releasing the Sea Vixen. But the Sea Vixen has now been scrubbed for this year. It's been cancelled. And I think from all accounts, the Sea Vixen slot has been taken by the Vulcan production.
So they've surely got to realise now Vulcan is an important... People have been waiting for this for a long time.
Yeah. But
I've got my deposit in. I know you've got your deposit in as well. I had mine in. When it was first, way back when they first showed that resin.
The resin mock-up at Telford.
Yeah.
What's it? Well, this
I
is
don't know
it.
why they did that. I think they were in a rush to try and what. I don't know. They just went for maximum impact there, didn't they?
This was it. It got unveiled and everybody started saying, "Oh, look at the join line up there, the panel line on this." It was a 3D printed prototype.
Yeah, they left it. They left it too long between. But then COVID happened, so you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. COVID came along, and it really screwed everything up.
Yeah, well, this is it. The production run for the Vulcans apparently was like March, April time.
Yeah.
But with COVID hitting and everywhere being shut down in the Far East, nobody was producing anything. Now the factories have started kicking up and producing stuff again. And this is why they've stopped doing the Sea Vix and the 48 scale one. And the production slot has been taken over by the Vulcan. But how far down the production they are with the Vulcan, I don't know. From what I have heard, the kits have been produced and it's a case of bagging because they are bagged up in China, India, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're shipped, and then they've got to be boxed. The decals put in, the instructions printed, and then distributed to the shops.
So I'm just looking at all amongst all the hellos and everything there. Barry West. Sorry.
Flip the screen back then.
So amongst all we've got all the hellos and that there. Barry West asked, "Does anyone have an F4E model to show?" I think that means. I'm assuming he means the Phantom F4.
Yeah, the F4E, the long nosed.
Is that the one I'm looking at now? The German one.
The one you've got, Mark, is the F4F. That's the German version.
Yeah. So I can show him that, but I mean it's a build I done. What was it? 2 years ago.
Well, if you hang on a sec, I can show you on a map.
Yeah, it's really cool. You know, everybody's asking questions too.
There you go. Just while Gordon's getting his, that's the. I know it's not the E, it's the F. And it's been on my wall, so it is a little bit dusty. And this is the 1/32 Revel one. Let me just. Unfortunately, the canopy is in for repair. There's a little piece come away there. I've got the canopy. Oh, it's just in that little bowl over there. I took the canopy off because
those are pretty big. Holy cow!
Oh, they are big. Yeah, they're big models at 1/32 scale.
Well,
ignore the cotton that's hanging from it. That's how I hang it from the wall.
That's the Marks is the Revel 32nd scale F4F. This is the Tamiya F4D.
Yeah, and there's I'm ashamed to say it. There's a piece come away from the front. The front landing gear door has come off, which I wasn't aware of.
Is a sneak peek.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Let me just pop this back up, Gordon, and then you can show that properly because
he said sneak peek. Come on now.
That deserves much more than a little. He's been working on that tornado for such a long time, and it really does. Oh, and I don't know whether the pilot's just fallen to his death.
Well, you know.
Bear with me. That's why I don't take these off the wall, because when you take them off the wall, they tend to. I seem to remember it sitting higher than that. I don't think that Phantom's got long left. Anyway, so Gordon's done a marvellous job with this Phantom here. Let us. I'm going to bring him up full screen because this is. You have to understand that I saw this. So first of all, Gordon, this kit's an old kit, isn't it?
I built this tornado kit back in the late 90s with stuff that was available back then. And I was never happy with the finish. So I stripped all the weapons off, pylons, bombs, you name it, took the lot off. And I basically sanded it all back to plastic and started again. And I've been working on this since January.
Yeah. But, and here's the big but, it looks amazing. He's made such a massive improvement. I've often seen people that have taken kits they've built before and said, I'm going to do them up. And I've got to admit, when Gordon said he was going to redo it, I thought, all right, he's just going to, tidy it up here and there. But he's done much more than that. He's really gone to town on this. It's such a shame that he hasn't got any photos to show you what it was like before. It's a completely different plane now, jet. It's a completely different jet.
It's with using the stuff that's available nowadays and techniques and tricks and stuff that I've learned since then. It's just taking it into a whole new ballgame. It's like the in-flight refueling probe, just for one little thing, if it'll focus.
Yeah.
How natural the metal looks.
Is that Molotov or I can't remember?
The ram there is Molotov. But
I know we spoke about it at the time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what this is for.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. This this was my reawakening to soldering again. Because basically what it does, it makes that.
All right. We should have given the question out. Can anyone guess what this is?
Right, because the only thing I've got left to do on this now is paint the canopy. Right?
Yeah.
Put the fuel tanks and the BOS and chaff pods on. I haven't put them on at the moment because they get knocked off easy. And I'm working on that at the minute. I've just got to put the suspension units on, the leaf springs on, the wheels, and then build up the control panel for there.
Yeah.
And then I've got 32nd scale diorama set.
Yeah.
That's all photo etched brass and white metal. And that's going to go on a big board. And I'm going to do a dio of it out in the Gulf.
It's going to be a big board. Yeah, I apologise. I called it a phantom, didn't I? Yeah, tornado.
Yeah, my next eagerly awaited kit is the new Italeri GR4. Because I've got 2 more of these kits. I've got one in there and another one in the loft, and I was going to convert one to a GR4 because what I want to do is do a display of the GR1 and the GR4. So you've got Gulf 1 and Gulf 2 together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've got a GR4 and all that. Well, I think I've got 2 on the bottom.
So basically, you haven't done much this week. Right. So, oh man, I've got such a big inferiority complex now. I've got bugger all. Josh, save me. Tell me you've done less than me.
Flip the screen back then, Mark.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be a problem. I really haven't done a whole lot. So basically this week I've went out and got one of these Christmas LED light kits. They're like $2 at Walmart, but they're just these.
Yeah.
But you look at them, you got a box, battery box, and then you get 20 of these LEDs. Well, you can cut them off.
Well, they'll still work.
Yeah, they'll still work just fine.
it's not a closed circuit or something where once you cut it, it will.
No, they should work because the resistors and stuff are in the lights.
Yeah, but I think I don't know whether you'll find that there's like a loop. So,
there's not a loop because the wire's in.
Okay.
So the wires don't come back. So if I cut, you can just cut what you need. Well, there's 20 of these, and I want to use one of these for one of the Star Trek ships that I have in storage.
All right, yeah.
Maybe to light an airplane or a car.
Yeah.
That's basically
bright?
What?
Are they bright? Are the LEDs bright?
I don't really have like new batteries, but yeah, they'll shine up pretty bright. I don't have batteries out here at the moment, but yeah, they'll work for LEDs or fiber optic stuff too.
All right, okay.
And then I started putting this guy together.
All right, 2014 Corvette Stingray, 1/25th scale. Nice.
And that's the interior. The motor goes together really nice. I don't know if I'll paint this part of it. I'll just probably leave it this black color. But
yeah,
just a simple black on black.
Yeah, so not. Yeah, they're nice. With them, it's all about getting the shell right, isn't it?
Well, I don't. It comes to where if you want to just slap it together, you can. But I've got to do a bunch of prep work on it. My son dropped it yesterday, so I'll probably end up sanding the whole body down and then repainting it. I hate doing that, but at some point I got to get better at it. So
I've seen the word loco come up on the screen. This is that bloody train. Don't get me going on that damn train.
No. In my defence, Josh just showed you about the lights.
Yeah, and
the
then
lights. I said the lights would be awesome for Kit.
Oh, Kit.
Dave mentioned the train.
Dave, you mentioned the train. Right. Sorry, Josh. It's just when the word loco comes up, I immediately think of that damn Kit.
I thought you were talking about you're going to ship someone to the loco bin, but okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. No, but that's basically. I finished up the airbrush station over there, but video for that'll be out in this next week. So.
Oh yeah, because you put a new. Do we get a sneak peek of that?
I don't know if I can turn the camera around. Let's see.
Because I know you made something. It's quite a big station, isn't it? There. That would be sneak peek. It looks like a Stairmaster thing.
Well, that's in the middle of the room, but I've been moving stuff around out here. So, but the airbrush station's over there on the bench. I just got to get the exhaust fan hooked up.
Yeah,
small stuff, and I don't know when I'll be able to do that too. So, I might just have to vent it outside through the door.
Well, I'm sure you'll make a good job of it, whatever you do. Right, there's no delay in it any longer, really, is there?
So I'm gonna answer a question for someone on the thing. Hey,
okay.
Brian, 3D printed cars, 1/110th scale. You're gonna wanna do like I just had the name of it too, and I just spaced it.
So you're referring to Brian Mentzer.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I got that name right. He's asking, I am looking for someone to 3D print a 1/10 scale car body for me. Any suggestions?
I'll put it in the comments later. I just had it too. What the heck? I'll have to look it up. Mark will show us what he hadn't gotten done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, so we're gonna have a guest next week. That's gonna be my announcement. We are gonna have a guest. His name is Fred Henry. He is out of Atlanta somewhere, Atlanta, Georgia. Really good modeler. He has a YouTube channel. But he's going to be a guest next week. I get to interview another person. So, and it's someone I really love what he does with military and cars. And so that was the announcement that I was supposed to make. I'm actually looking kind of forward to interviewing him. So, but
yeah.
Mark.
Sorry?
Mark is going to show what he's been working on now.
Yes. Well, I'm going to show you what right, okay. Here we go. I can't put it off any longer. Okay, so what I've been working on. It will come as no surprise to many of you that I've been working on the A6 still.
Did you paint it?
Sorry?
Did you paint it yet?
Oh, yeah, it's been painted now. So we've got paint on it. It's been glossed and it's been wet. I've wet sanded it today because I had an incident with some gloss lacquer, clear lacquer that I put over the top. Not too much on the bodywork. I'll explain in a second or two. But yeah, I've been and wet sanded it all the way around. And basically, I'm looking at putting the decals on very soon. And then it will be a matte coat over the top. I've got to do a few other bits and pieces. But that's basically it. Now, where things went wrong for me this week was with the wings. Let me just grab them. So the wings I'd painted, and I decided to gloss coat them when I'd done the rest of this. But unfortunately, I'd had too much to drink on the night that I decided to do these. And I ended up spraying a very large amount of Mr. Colour leveling thinner over the acrylic paint. And it was the mix was too strong. It was, I guess it was 20%. I used GX. I was trying GX 112 UV cut, and I put about 60-70% Mr. Colour leveling thinner. I hadn't meant to put that in, but I just put too much in. And rather than restart, I just sprayed it. It was a stupid schoolboy error, but now I'm paying for the results. So I have sanded a lot of this back, but you can still see the damage that done to the wing. Just look at the end there, how bad that I really and this is a very good instance, a very good lesson on, when you've had a bit too much to drink, maybe don't start spraying your models. And I was very annoyed with myself. It was a stupid error, and that's going to set me back days now, because I have, believe it or not, looking at that, I have already wet sanded that, and I'm really struggling to get that back. So I think I'm probably going to be looking at stripping that paint off and starting again. To be honest, that's probably my only course of action there. We'll I'll deal with that though. Deal with the consequences. And that's really as far as I've got. I've got a new blade on tonight. I'll put a brand new blade on the knife. I've got the decals are ready to go on. They're beautiful decals. They're made by where is it? Fighter Town. Is it Fighter Town? Fight Town decals. Fighter Town decals. They're printed by Cartograph, and they are very nice. I am going with the. Did I see? So Bob was just going on about. I'm sure Bob said something about a chicken royale with cheese. So because he said that, I'm going to tell
Bob's
you that.
Bob's gone with the black one.
Sorry?
Bob's gone with the black markings.
Yeah. Did he tell you why he's gone with the black markings?
Nah.
Because he screwed up the yellow ones.
Oh,
And
right.
Bob, you shouldn't have tried to bait me with that chicken royale with cheese, because now I get to tell everyone how you accidentally sprayed over the decals. Oh, sorry, Bob, to get that one in. So there we go. That's where I'm at. It's been slow going. I have taken my time with this. It's been on and off. But it is getting there. I would like to say, I see tonight we've got a few new people in that seem to know what they're talking about. So it's probably obvious now that I'm not an expert on aircraft or cars or anything really, to be honest. But I do have a passion for modelling, and I've learnt so much when it comes to modelling an aircraft. Honestly, 4 years ago, I didn't even know what Spitfire was, and now I can point one out. I'm really pleased that I can do that now. Another aircraft, I'm getting to learn all the different aircraft.
Froze Mark.
Did Mark freeze?
Yeah.
Oh man, and he's stuck on. Oh,
Let's see if you can back up.
maybe it's going back.
What happened there? Did I add? Anyway, we're back on, aren't we? So apologies for that. I don't know what happened there, but I dropped out. And we're going to now go over to Gordon.
I've got something else to show you first, so
I'm just going to bring your screen up. Give me a second. There you go. You're on. Oh, wow. What's that? Where's that come from?
this is the Tamiya F-15E Strike Eagle.
Damn, that's nice. When did you do that?
I built this about 20 odd years ago.
Oh wow! That's the first time you've shown me that.
Yeah, it's another kit that I've dug out and repainted. and that is based over here in the UK at Lake and Heath.
They're still flying that now.
Yeah, there's 3 squadrons based at Lake and Heath.
Is that front wheel meant to be at that funny angle at the bottom? Yeah.
Yeah. But I've armed it up with a fictitious weapons load.
I don't. Yes.
It wouldn't carry that lot in one go because it'd be just too damn heavy to take off. So, yeah, that's another one I've been working on in the background.
I like that. I think that's one of Bob's favourites in it. Is it the F-15 he likes?
Yeah. No, it's F-14 Bob likes Tomcat VF-1 squadron marking.
Yeah.
That's the Top Gun plane.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the big one, and I've got the I'm doing all 3 fighter squadrons from Lake and Heath. So I've got 2 Strike Eagles and an F-15C. So I've got to do them on a plaque with the squadron badges. So that's another one that's been working on in the background. So if you flip it back, I'll get ready for doing these airliners.
Flip it back to who?
Let me put this somewhere then.
All right, sorry. Hold on, we're just gonna small intermission. Do.
Hey, Mark, go through the comments, would you?
Yeah, there's a lot of comments tonight. So so if we go through from top to bottom, we've got Gordon saying good evening, me saying hello, Josh saying hello. A new person, Barry West. I think he's a friend of Gordon's.
Yeah.
We've got flanker list scale models. They're new. I don't recognise that name, but welcome. Hello. Barry West says Global Hawk. Mrs. Sprue Johnson. I don't know who she is. Some strange groupie that hangs on. I think. I don't know. No, we keep going there. Angela saying hello. That's Mrs. Sprue Johnson, by the way. Hello, you guys can ask questions if you like. Yeah, if you've got any questions you want to ask at all about absolutely anything, we will answer them. And
well, we'll have a go.
Yeah. Barry West, I don't know their names yet. Lol, new here. Yeah. Well, my real name's Mark. I don't know whether you wanted to know that or not, but there you go. As Angela says, new members always welcome. And Barry West asks, the host's name is, well, there's 3 of us. I'm Mark. We've got Josh and Gordon. We won't go into too much detail about Gordon because he's got so many names, it's unreal.
It's just unfair. How about we just go with that?
Yeah. Honestly, he's Gordon. He's
3 sheets.
Who? Yeah, 3 sheets is another one. There is so many, isn't there?
Yeah, well, you've not heard the new one yet.
What's the new one?
The one-legged biker.
What? That doesn't sound
Yeah, next year when all this COVID crap buggered off, I'm going to be doing moto vlogging.
Oh, right. Cool.
So when I go out on the bike, I'll be going out with the camera, and the YouTube channel is going to be called The One-Legged Biker.
All right. You could strap a camera to your leg. To like your artificial leg.
Yeah.
Let's not get him killed.
Yeah. I can get away with saying any leg jokes I want. Anyway, so Common Road Junction, there's another new person. Hello. Thanks for joining us.
Common Road Junction, Mark, used to watch us when we were on with Terry.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. So he's part of the old clan, as it were. Oh,
Yeah, he used to come in. He used to be in chat quite a bit when we used to do the shows with Terry.
yeah, I get it. All the chat's disappeared, so I can't go any further unless somebody wants to take over. If somebody else has got the chat there, I've not got it. It's just vanished.
You want it?
You probably pushed the private chat thing.
No, there's no. Oh, hold on. What's this then? No.
Oh, what's
No.
going on, Fred? I just seen that you put a comment in there. Sorry. Chancer Northwest. A model comment? I don't
Hold on,
know.
give me that, Angela. So Angela's just lending me her phone so I can finish doing the chat. It's literally gone. My screen's gone blank. I don't know what the hell is going on there.
Man, sounds like you're having the same problem Gil did yesterday.
Yeah.
If you didn't move it, it was where.
So Gordon said hi, Mike. Barrios, hi. Lots of people saying hi. And then Barry West asked, does anyone have an F4E model in the show? Well, I had an F4F, but not an F4E.
Let's just clear this up now. Gordon's the one that's going to show kits because he has more of them.
Yeah.
So, how many of those? Send those comments to Gordon because, I don't have that.
Yeah. So lots more yes and hi and right, I'm just trying to make sense of what's said here. Barry West says nose gun and then says basically the same. Slats versus slats leading edge. I've not got. Am I missing some messages here? Because it.
No, you're not.
No, they're commenting when we were showing some of the kits.
Yeah, FD, yes, with the double chin. I thought he was either talking about me or Gordon there.
Man, he's not pulling any punches today.
Barry West, thanks, guys. I've had my fair share of time working on all the US Air Force models. That's great. Chance at NW, evening, guys. Another name I don't recognise. Barry's come back with hi. Angela says hi. Chancer says very nice looking tornado. And then says always nice to see flags, tags, and covers on a model. So he's referring to your tornado, I believe, Gordon.
Yeah, all the RBF tags.
Yeah, I've just bought a load of those. So, and Dave Price is in. You all right, Dave? Nice to see you. Dave's been a long time follower of the channel. And Barry says, guys, I was the radar controller that controlled them in and out of the Haran Air Base during Desert Storm.
Air Base, yeah.
Oh, wow. I bet there's so many stories he could tell if he was allowed. I don't know what the situation is.
Yeah, well, this is it. I was chatting to him in one of the other shows I was watching earlier on, and he was in the US Air Force.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I don't know. Would he be up for coming on one week to talk about it?
I don't know. I'll have to ask him when he's in chat again.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's something that people would find interesting. Brian Mentzer then says, Barry West, thank you for your service. And then Angela comes in with Mr. Sprue, maybe for my kit car. She's on about the lights that you showed, Josh. You know,
Hey, Mark, I'm just helping you out every week now.
Yeah, I know you are. Thanks for that, Josh. I'll remember that.
Hey, you're not the one taking advantage of it.
No, he's not. Don't earn me.
Barry West said, "Who's that with the car?" That would be you, Josh.
Yep.
And then Dave Price says, "Don't start him off again. We won't mention the loco." Well, you did mention the loco, Dave, and I spotted it the minute it went up. And then Bob,
It's still in the box.
yeah, Bob comes in. Bob's a long time follower of the channel as well. A good friend of mine too. Flanker, well, although he might not be after I cracked that joke about his decals earlier. Then Flankerless scale models. I thought all of you have more than 3 airbrushes. What is your workhorse airbrush? Ah, right. So we have a question.
I first, so you guys can think of your answers, but my number one airbrush is the POS H. Really simple airbrush. You just basically set how much paint you want to come out, and you just push the button. I use that for like priming 3D prints and stuff because some of that heavy duty primer just flows through that airbrush. It's really quick and easy. Then after that, it's probably my Extreme 105. And then I have my Sotar. And then I have 4 other airbrushes other than that. But those are the 3 that I use the most. I actually want to get a better like touch-up thing so I can do like flake on a car. Because the paint flake stuff it doesn't really go through an airbrush very well. So that'll probably be the next thing I buy. I don't know what Mark has, or Gordon has, but that's what I have.
So I'll go next. For me, I mean, my workhorse at the moment is the Sotar 2020. Believe it or not, I had a harder.
Don't get him started.
I had a harder in Steenbeck, and somebody convinced me to sell it. It was the worst thing I ever done. So I swapped it for. Well, I sold my harder in Steenbeck and bought a Iwata, and I've just regretted it always. So I want to get my harder in Steenbeck brush back. That will be my new sort of workhorse when I can afford to. But at the moment, it's the Sotar 2020. Gordon, you.
H&S Infinity CR Plus.
Yeah.
For barn doors and some detail work. That is whatever it is. I can't see it. I think it's Pro Convoy and stuff. That's the main one I use. But for really detailed work, the old Sotar 2020 can't beat it.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Them are the 3 main ones that I work with.
Yeah. So, and then we go on a little bit more. Just Bob says, "Oops, she's off again." And then we come up to Brian Mentzer, who asks about somebody 3D print a 1/10 scale car body. There's lots of people out there that can print 1/10 scale. I'm going to leave Josh to answer that because he already has somebody in mind, don't you, that you think is good for that?
Yeah, it's got a
I
funny.
would like to say on that one. I 3D print my own stuff, so I don't know. And then Barry says, "Okay, what's your name here?" I answered that earlier. And then Dave Price says, "I hear a lonesome whistle blowing." If he's on about that damn loco again. And then Just Bob comes in with a chicken royale tasting good now. Oh, you. Charles Henderson, yes, they will work. What are we on about here? Yes, they will work. I don't know what that's about. So Mrs. Sprue says, so do I, Dave. I'm very lucky to have a train line outside my house. So I do get to see and hear a lot of different trains. They're a blinking nightmare.
Yeah, but I've seen the big boy locomotive come through.
Yeah, we have seen that. Now, to put this in perspective, we bought this house when did we buy it?
It was in June when we bought it.
June. So whenever we visited the house, it didn't occur to us that we were given specific times to come and see the house. So we just, and then the day we were unpacking, we bought the house. The day we were unpacking, we're coming into the, I'm bringing some boxes in, and all of a sudden you hear, oh, and bloody great big intercity train comes rumbling by the front window. Oh my God, I nearly dropped the box. But funny enough, we've got used to it now.
But we have some really nice trains from them.
Yeah, we do get. What was the one we had? I can't remember the name of it.
Big boy locomotive.
No, but we've had others.
Yeah, but that's my favourite. And we've had it come through. I've actually seen it on the tracks. So.
Right. Anyway, Dave. Oh, Dave, you nearly got blocked then. I accidentally pressed the button and it came up block. And then I seen the loco. Angela said she's seen the loco. I'm not reading any more loco stuff. No. Oh, Dave said, was that the one Mark threw out the window? Yes.
No, it's still alive for now.
Yeah, it won't be after tonight.
It will.
Just Bob, Miss Sprue, no, loads of oh damn this. Just loads of hellos and wasn't me and good afternoon everybody. Just trying to see. And just Bob, don't tell him your Pike. Don't tell him your name, Pike. I think you mean. Flankerless scar models, A models always give you a big challenge. Okay, I've never.
He's got enough of them. He just doesn't build them.
No, I think it's on about the chance at NW. I love A model kits. I'm working on my 5th A model of this year. I've never built an A model kit. I'm just looking at the time because we've got to get this. I'm just going to scoot through. Charles Henderson says, in the past, I have built 7-foot sea view. Hello.
Yeah, that's the big. I can't remember who does it now. It's the big like studios one.
All right.
Yeah, from Voice to the Bottom of the Sea.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm just going to mention a couple more here further back that I just missed out. Fred Henry, who is on next week, says he's trying to finish up his shift at Delta today to head home for some bench time. And Chancer NW says if you check out my channel Flanker List, you can see my recent 2 A model kits, KA26 and KA126, now working on a KA226. So followed up with Bob saying he needs new pants. I mean,
Yeah.
that's Bob.
That's Bob.
And I'm going to leave it there. And we're going to head over to Gordon, who's going to review a couple of smaller kits. Just give you that phone back. And thank you very much. Here you go, Gordon.
Right. Well, what we've got here is a model kit, 144 scale, Comet 4B. Right. A model, limited run type kits, and sometimes a bit of a mixed bag. Sometimes it can be really good, really detailed stuff. Sometimes it can be, what shall I say, a bit rough. But I was watching a couple of the air show guys, and I thought, let's try something a bit different. So I had a word with Mike at the model shop, and he managed to get me these. So there's not a lot in it, not a lot to them. All right, let's put that to one side. Kit decals. I don't know who does their decals, but they've got a satin finish. Not much of a carrier film on them and stuff. Look pretty good in register, and I'll see how they go when I get round to putting them down and having a go with them. So that's those. All right, start with the instructions. See if I can bring it down. Yeah. Bit of history on the aircraft. Usual legends and paint call outs in Humbro. So one for the enamel guys. And sprue call out, which is always handy because sometimes if the part falls off a sprue and you've not got no number on it, you can just look for the part, find what the number is. So it's a pretty simple construction. Nose undercarriage bay, fitting into the fuselage, joining the fuselage, canopy goes on, and it's to the wings. Wings together to fuselage, jet pipes on, tail together, tail fillet. Very simple undercarriage. Nothing to shout home about. With that, the undercarriage doors and everything's there. And then the nose leg, and you get your paint call out on the back, which is quite a simple one, but it's an attractive colour scheme. So that's what drew me to it. But the kit, same as says, it's not very big. What we're looking at, 24 centimeters, but no locating pins on the back. So it's a case of snipping the parts off, putting it on a piece of wet and dry, sanding the halves nice and smooth, join them together, and you shouldn't have any fit issues with the fuselage. But there is, I don't know whether it's going to show it on here or whether the light's going to chuff it up, but there is actually some quite nice panel lines on there, nice and fine, but it's Yeah, you can just about see them there. Look, quite nice engraved panel lines on that. And lower wing. Now this might show it up better. They are. You can see. Look, it's quite detailed with the. Got all the countersunk rivets and the fasteners and stuff on there. And very thin coats of paint are required with that, otherwise you'll lose it because the detail on it is really fine. But yeah, sand the back for getting your wings to join on. Look, so it says there's no locating pins for it, so
that's not going to be. You're going to have to be really careful with that.
Yeah, you've got to take your time, because if you feel on this edge here, and you can just see that line there, it needs sanding back so you can get the two parts to join properly.
Yeah.
But
like you say, if you just spray too much in one, you're going to lose that panel.
Yeah,
line.
it's really fine detail, because it's, well, I'd say it was in scale with the actual kit. There's a little bit of detail on the undercarriage, but then again, in this scale, you're not going to see a lot anyway. But the one thing that I have found rather odd with the kit is, right, the rest of the kit's recessed panel lines, right? The fins recessed panel lines, but for some reason, the tail is raised.
How odd.
Yeah, I don't know whether you're going to see them.
I think it's a mistake.
You just see them there, look. But the panel lines on the tail are raised.
Maybe gave the mould to an apprentice or something. I don't know.
The thing is, the panel lines that are on them, right, are actually on there. You could quite easily rescribe them.
Yeah.
But go really gently and use the panel lines that are there as a guide, and then just sand it down when you've done them.
Yeah. I for one do not like raised panel lines, and the reason for that is because I haven't got the skills to cope with them. So they end up getting completely destroyed.
Yeah.
My scribing skills are not great. So I tend to shy away from them. Maybe in the future when I've learned a bit more, but at the moment, no. That's
the undercarriage is all there. It's fairly well detailed for its scale and stuff, because on such a small kit, you're not going to see a lot, but all the main bits are there. And then you've got
Gordon again.
144 scale.
So it is quite a big plane in real life, then.
Well, if you think that's 144th scale, right, and that's the airliner version.
Yeah.
Right. And then you jump to this. Which is the 172nd scale Nimrod. Right. So if you look at that wing, and there's your 144 scale one next to it. So that's the RF Nimrod that I'm tinkering with. But as an actual airliner kit, it's the only one I could compare it to is the old Airfix one.
How much was that? How much is that kit?
I think this kit cost me about 23 quid.
And it's available from everywhere, or is it hard to get?
It's available through most good model shops, and you can pick it up on eBay as well. and stuff. But the only downside I've found with some of the A model kits that the decals can be a bit hit and miss, right?
Yeah.
Because you look at them and they look quite nice, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you drop them in water, they just go bang and they just disintegrate.
Yeah. Or drop them in Mr. Colour lettering thinner.
Yeah, there are various companies out there that do aftermarket decals for it anyway. But the one that got me, was this one. Was the Super VC10, and this one's by Rodin, right? And it's 144 scale as well. But this one comes in multiple flavors, right? Because Rodin actually do this with the RF one, the tanker version, and you actually get the tanker bits. You actually get the tanker parts in with this kit. We'll show you them in a minute. But the decals, they look nice and glossy.
Damn, didn't I do I'm just trying to think. I'm sure I had a... Oh, no, I'm thinking of the AWACS. I've got a set of decals similar to that.
Yeah. But the decals are nice and glossy. In register, because there's only two colours basically. But what the quality of the decals are going to be like, I don't know, because I've never used Rodin decals before. So that'll be one.
Is Rodin a German company? I don't know why I'm saying that. It just sounds like a German name.
I don't know who makes it actually, Mark. I'll tell you. Let me get the other glasses and I'll have a look.
It does sound like a German name. I don't know why.
Ukrainian. From the Ukraine. Yeah. But yeah, you get that's what I like. You get a nice quality printed colour call out.
Yeah.
Right. And this time you get colour call outs with the Vallejo.
Is that pink?
No, it's supposed to be well, on the screen it looks orange, but it's actually supposed to be transparent red and transparent green.
Pink.
Yeah, it looks a bit pink, doesn't it? Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I don't see any pink on that plane.
No. But yeah, Rodin kit 144313, the kit number. Right. Bit of history in Ukrainian, English, and looks like German. Technical details of the actual aircraft on the bottom. Sprue call out. Pretty much standard on most of the kits now. And then you start your build construction, tail fins, engine assembly, tail fin, undercarriage, wings, fuselage. And this kit's actually got windows in, the clear parts for the windows.
Yeah.
So we'll have a look, see how clear they are in a minute. They just basically assembling all your sub-assemblies together. All right. Undercarriage. And then measuring your distances for putting your aerials on. Your the bits that you love to knock off.
Oh, wow.
Then the undercarriage and let's put this here. But yeah, this one you'll probably be able to see it a lot better. This has got really nice, fine panel lines as well. But unlike the Comet, this one's actually got all the windows in.
This reminds me
Of the old kits.
when I reviewed the AWACS kit, Gordon.
Yeah.
And I moaned that there was no windows in it.
Yeah.
I thought there'd been a fault that they hadn't printed the windows in.
No, I think there's only about 4 on the AWACS.
Yeah, it was Gordon that had to educate me on the fact that he didn't have any.
But the limited run kit, no guide pins or anything for locating it, so it's sand it flat with a sander, however you want to do it, and it actually joins together when you pull it together, because it's a bit bowed. But when it all goes together, because I've tried it and I've taped it up, and you do get quite a nice fine line down the top that won't take much treating, shall we say. So let's see if we can pick the panel lines up on this. There you are, look. Really nice detail on the tail there and stuff, and the engines, the exhaust vents on the top. Really fine detail on it, and same as I said, no guidance pins as such, but for some reason the fuselage is devoid of them, but you have actually got some on here. Not many, I'll give you, but some is better than none. But the detail's really fine, but if you put too thick a paint on it, you'll lose all the detail. But same with the wings. If you can catch it in reflection. It's really, for saying it's a limited run kit, the panel line detail is really good on it. It's lovely and fine. But you got to put your paint on thin. All right. Tail, nose cone, tail cone, undercarriage, and a few aerials and bits and pieces. But the detail on it is really good. All right. Another wing, same as the other one. But with this wing, the other wing not so much. But with this one, you have actually got a bit of flash on the trailing edge. Here, you can see it there where it's showing white. That's going to need taking care of. But top of the wing, no flash. It's just that one spot there for some reason on this one wing. Down that back edge there. But, yeah, this undercarriage, right? And this is what it says. Roden actually do this as the RAF refueling tanker. And you actually get 2 refueling pods for the wing tips.
All right.
So you join these two together and stick them under the wings, and you can do the refueling tanker. But
right. My
yeah, the detail on the undercarriage, on the tyres, on the wheel rims and stuff, the wheel hubs, quite nice. That's nice and fine as well. And there's your clear parts, and they are actually quite clear. But with the airliner kits, it's just a case of painting them on black on the back and putting them in. Or if you don't want to do that, Microcell, the crystal clear, can make some of the windows with that instead. And the one thing that is I quite like with this, you actually get a mask set that does the you're not going to see much, but it actually does the cabin windows and the cockpit as well. So that's quite nice to have as well. And you get a fitment guide for where to place all your masks. So I was actually quite surprised when I opened it because I don't normally do airliners and stuff. It's usually military stuff, but it's a big step above the old Airfix one, which I've built 2 or 3 times. But I might actually have a go at doing this and do the RF version after this one and see how it goes. So that's
No, that looks like a really cool kit. I'm not gonna lie, that looks
this
really
is it.
cool.
I usually do military stuff, but I fancy doing something different for a change. And I've been watching 1 or 2 other bits and pieces on YouTube and stuff, and I thought, well, I've always liked the VC10, especially the old colour schemes. And
Yeah,
I can remember building the old Airfix one in these colours when I was a kid. And I thought, well, let's try an up-to-date kit with the skills that I've got now to see how it could come out. So that's why I got that. And I'm not impressed with the kit. I'm going to get another one, and I'm going to do the RF version of it. Do the refueling VC10 as well. See how that comes out. So, has Mark dropped out again?
I don't know. I haven't heard him in a couple minutes. So
Yeah, this is it. I can hear you, Josh, but and I can still see it on YouTube, but I can't hear Mark. So he he could be suffering with the same problem as Gil had with his internet last night.
we use this StreamYard thing, and I want to say I tried using it last night, and I don't. You only have so much time in a month if you use the free service.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know what the heck this thing's problem is. Sometimes I can't.
Yeah,
Mark. I don't know, man. Well, it looks like it's the Gordon and Josh show from now on. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but the only downside is, Josh, we haven't got any control over it because Mark's got the controls.
We don't need the controls. We just talk whatever we want to talk, whatever we want to talk about.
But, yeah, and Andrew was just put in chat that Mark's PC's crashed and he can't get it back in.
Yeah.
Right, so what we'll do for now, while he's beavering away in the background, let's have a look in chat and see if we can catch up with them. Yeah, Chance of North NW. So I should imagine that is Chance of Northwest for a guess. And stuff. He's a new guy in tonight. We've got Dave in. Barry West is the guy I've been talking to over on Air Show World. I believe, if I'm right, Barry, you're ex-US Air Force and stuff. And
I think he had to go, is what one of the comments says. So
yeah, his internet crashed or something apparently, and he came back in for a bit. But Chance of North Wales, right? So I know exactly where you are then. North Wales, up by RF Valley. But yeah, okay. I've got to go since my internet is acting up. I'll rewatch later. By all. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are having problems with the internet tonight.
Oh, Chancer North Wales is what that means.
Yeah, NW. See, the thing is, I was watching Ice Pilots. That's NW, Northwestern Territories, and that's what made me think. But Chancer, North Wales, yeah. folly. Yeah, he's got it at the bottom here. But yeah, Bob's giving Mark some advice on the PC. Turn it off and on. Turn it off and on again. We could lose a feed if he does that one. But yeah, Angela says we'll be back soon. So it looks like he's trying to get back in. So yeah, Dave's gone. Lights, all those. Sorry, I could have more details. Sorry, guys. Yeah. But Flancoy scale models, that's a new one. Yeah, the decals are not screen printing. They look like the other tile, the other type that can be a bit temperamental. But I've never tried their decal, so I don't know what they're like. But I have had a look to see if you can get aftermarket ones, and you can get aftermarket for these and for the Comet as well. So you can get various airline liveries for it as well. So if I can't do it in BOAC, I might go for the Nagus scheme, the early British Airways colour scheme with the red fin with the red and blue triangle on the thing, but we'll have to see. But I don't know if you've got any more coming up in chat. It seems to have gone a bit dead on chat because I've got nothing. Don't know, let's just refresh it. No, the last one was from Chance in North Wales. So that's basically chat, because Mark had gone through and got done a fair chunk of them. Yeah, of course. He got down to the airbrushes, didn't he? And then we did the review.
Yeah.
So
are you going to try to start uploading some reviews on your channel now? Or
what I'm going to try and do for a start is to put one or two of the ones that we've been doing on to the YouTube channel for now. And then what I've thought about doing is do some live at the bench kit reviews.
Oh, that's cool.
Because there's a bit of a joke within the group and stuff, and because I've got a couple of mates who've got model shops, and they get a bit annoyed because my stash is bigger and they've got stock. So
I mean, that just sounds like they're jealous. That doesn't sound like a problem.
Well, it's not a problem because actually it works out pretty well, because I've been modelling now for over 50 years, and the reason I've got such a large stash is because of what I've collected over the years.
Yeah.
Right. And I've got a couple of mates that have got model shops, and they'll get a customer come in and say, oh, have you got such and such a kit? Or can you get such and such a kit? And 9 times out of 10, the two guys can pretty much get it. But if you get a customer comes in that they're looking for, shall we say, a rare kit that's been out of production for a bit, they'll say, well, I'll see if I can get you one, but if I can't, I might know somebody that's got one. And Mark's phoned me a few times and says, oh, I've had somebody come in today looking for, what was the last one? A 48 scale OM4 Skyhawk.
Yeah.
The Marine Corps 2-seat version. And luckily enough, I'd got a couple of them. And I intend building one to go with me single-seat Skyhawk. And brand new kit still sealed and stuff. And I said, yeah, I've got one. And stuff, if you want it, you can have it. So Mike got back to the customer and says, yeah, I can get you one. Told him how much it was. And the guy popped into the shop and picked it up, because Mike doesn't do mail order. It's a proper old-fashioned bricks and mortar shop where you walk in, right, have a chat with the owner, have a chat about modelling, and see what stock he's got on his shelves. But Mike's pretty good because he can pretty much get you anything you want. if you go in on a Saturday and there's something you're looking for, he hasn't got, oh, can you get me such and such a paint, or can you get such and such a kit for me? He'll get it for you by the following weekend.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean, those shops are really, really cool for that.
Yeah, well, this is it. It's same as Mike says. Because it's only him, because I knew Mike when his wife was alive, right? And his wife passed away really suddenly, right? And it was a bit of a shock for him, and he didn't know what to do, whether to pack up and retire altogether. But he enjoyed the banter with the customers, right? And that's what kept him going. And he moved from his previous premises because he could only open on the Saturday and the Sunday. Now he's down a side street on a main road, so he gets quite a lot of foot traffic. So now he's only open 3 days a week, right? But it's only a little shop. But every time I've been, you can't walk in because there's that many people in there. And folks, they come in and they just had chat and banter and stuff about the latest kit releases. It's like the big talking point at the shop at the moment is the new Meng Fokker triplane, the Red Baron one.
Yeah.
Right. You walk in and there's 2 or 3 people with the kit, and they go, yeah, have you seen the detail on this? Have you seen the detail on that? And will it go together like a wing kit and stuff? And you go, yeah, I don't know. Because I don't know anybody who's built one yet, apart from Andy's hobby headquarters, and he seems to rate it. It goes together quite well. So
he got quite a bit of a stash on that.
Yeah, I was surprised how many kits he actually got through in one go. It was like his wing nut wings kits. Right? Normally, a retailer will have so many, right? Because they don't want to have too many in the storeroom. But he just put an order in, and he got his full allocation. And I was quite surprised how many wing nut kits he got through in one go. But yeah, the old-fashioned bricks and mortar model shops are dying. But if you do know a bricks and mortar model shop, nip in and buy your paint and your glues from them and keep them going. Because if I go back 15 years, where I am in the UK, within an hour's travelling distance, I used to have about 20, 25, possibly 30 model shops. Now I've got one. So,
I mean, that's kind of what's happened with the internet. I mean, it sucks to say that, but
yeah, well, this is it. It's same as Mike says, right? He doesn't do mail order because there's only him, and he hasn't got the time to pack kits up, take them to the post office and stuff. So if you want anything, yeah, he has got what they call it. You can find his shop on Google, Clifton Curios. Right, you can see what he's got in stock, what his latest arrivals and stuff are. But he sells his kits at internet prices and stuff. And 9 times out of 10, you can walk in, pick something up off the shelf, and he'll either knock you 10% off or 15% off the price on the label anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, I've known Mike for a few years because we were going to get a camera and go over and do a bit of an interview with him at the shop and show you around the shop and show you what he was carrying and stuff. But we were in the process of sorting it out, and then we got this this COVID crap, and it stopped everything. So we're still going to go to do it. He's still okay with doing it, and we'll do a bit of a feature on it one night on one of the shows. But with all the current restrictions and stuff and lockdown and stuff that keep coming up and keep going on, we've just put it on the back boiler for now, just to see how things go, basically. But I think there's quite a few folks that we should clear off because it's causing chaos for everybody. I don't know how bad it is over in the States where you are, Josh, but it started to get a bit silly over here at the moment.
Oh, it's been silly over here, but, there's nothing really I can do about it. Just kind of, I've been able to work the whole time, so I'm not, needing money or anything, but, like for the longest time, we weren't getting any cases here, and then probably over the last month or so. Oh, what happened there? We probably went from like 100 cases in the county or something like that to like 300 or 400.
Yeah.
So it like jumped off really quick.
Yeah.
Our governor put us on the watch list, and wait, Tamia will produce COVID kits shortly. Not sure what that means.
Yeah. But it's like over here at the moment, different areas are getting lockdowns to different stages from 1 to 3. But I can't see him putting the whole of the UK into lockdown again because it would just cause too much problem.
Well, the thing that gets me is, like, over here, a lot of the states are still pretty much on lockdown, but there's 2 that opened back up.
Yeah.
Completely. And they're not having a big spike.
Yeah, well,
I don't understand what the difference is.
Because my lad's booked down to, well, he should have been coming over in the next couple of weeks, right? He was booked for a fortnight's holiday in Florida, right? And he was going to go to Disneyland, Cape Canaveral, and do the sights and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And up until recently, it was still going ahead. And he got in touch with the people that were organising his trip and stuff, and they turned around and says, "Yeah," he says, "there's still flights out there. Yet you might have to do a few connection flights once you get to the States and stuff because we can't fly there direct now. So you might have to have a bit of a dog leg in it, but we can get you there. The accommodation is still valid and this, that, and the other and stuff." And that was up until a couple of weeks ago when he got a phone call saying, "No, it's all off." But they've been really good because what they've allowed him to do, they've allowed him to book for next year for the same time. All right. So it's all paid for. So he's got 2 weeks for the same price, but they've actually given them a decent amount of spending money as like compensation.
Yeah.
And it's same as he turned around and said, but the money that they've given them for spending, plus the bit that he can save between now and next year, because he's got to go wait 12 months. He says, we could go to Florida, he says, and go on a holiday and have a really good time and not have to worry about things. Apart from, they're just hoping that his COVID's all gone. So,
well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like Mark's getting back on.
Yeah, I'm going to say Angela's put up, no, not a router problem. Bob said route, flankerless scale models. Tammy will produce COVID kits shortly. Mrs. Brew Johnson, you have to wait and see. So It looks like he's trying to get back in, but he's not having much look at it at the moment with the look of things. Oh, hang on. Oh.
Right.
I can see a spruce surgeon.
I apologise for this. I'm having dreadful. I don't know. I've never experienced problems like this. Currently, this is the worst out of all the webcams I've got. This is the worst one. It's attached to the laptop, but it's crap.
Yeah, well, at least you made it back in, Mark.
I don't know what happened. The first sign something was going wrong was when the chat disappeared. And then I thought that was something I'd pressed.
Well, did Gil have the problem last night?
Yeah.
So give me a second. I'm just trying to get back the decent camera. I may regret this. There we go. It's back. Right. That's the all right. I've got the decent camera back. My apologies. That's the first time in all the time we've been doing these podcasts that I've had that much trouble, and I've, everything's just dropped out. I could hear everything that was going on. Angela was texting for me while I was trying to sort everything out. That's it's thrown me a loop because we have got a lot of people in chat tonight, which has thrown me a loop and all. Because normally chat's fairly quiet, but we've had a lot going on, and
yeah. But the thing is, Mark, at least we didn't lose the show.
No, I honestly don't know what the hell happened. I'm at a loss. I've never had anything like that happen. And I mean, we're running these every day at night. And I think maybe we've had once or twice when it's played a little bit, but not to this degree.
Well, usually when we've done the hangouts or whatever, we might have had somebody drop out, or the sound's gone, or the camera's gone, but that's been about it.
Yeah, I've never had it happen like that. So I'm just having a quick look through the chat. Chester Model Centre is my nearest. Chester, is that by Cheddar Gorge?
Yeah, it's up north, isn't it? It's up Liverpool way.
What? Cheddar Gorge isn't.
No, with Chester, it's on the Welsh. What's it? Liverpool border thing, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, you're right. I'm thinking that. I thought, yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to shut up there. Tammy will produce COVID kit shortly. I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's about it, really. I've come back just in time to say goodbye. I think that's it, really. There's nothing else to say this week. Thanks to Josh and Gordon for keeping things going for me. We're on again next week. I should do a brief introduction, but Josh will be giving the interview to our special guest. Thank you all for joining us. please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you get to see everything else that gets put out. We do this purely for enjoyment and to spread the hobby where we can.
Yeah.
Anything anyone wants to say before we go?
No, I'm good. See you guys next week.
Yep.
You good, Gordon?
Yeah. Catch you guys next week.
All right. Thanks a lot. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye then, guys.
You watch now. I won't be able to turn it off.
Sod's law.